Well, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to have the Transformers Ministry with me tonight as we continue to talk about the Father Son Brunch that's coming up on Saturday, June 15th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I have Minister Mark Tucker and Deacon Boone with me tonight. And so, welcome tonight. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. We'll start with Deacon Boone.
Well, I'm Deacon Boone. That's it.
That's it? All right.
No, I am a father of 4, a grandfather of 11, a husband of 1, a son of 2, and a sibling of 2.
I would hope you're a husband of 1. Okay.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. What is that? We got a little bit of technical difficulty with some extra sounds going on, but we're gonna keep going. All right, Minister Mark.
Hey, I'm Minister Mark. Let's see here. I've been married. I don't even know how many years. I think 23. I believe it's 23. I have 3 kids, 8 grandbabies. I'm over the men's ministry, Jericho,
Mhm.
and I'm retired
Okay.
and loving every bit of it.
All right. So tell us about the upcoming event, the Father Son Brunch. What can people expect?
Well, I'm gonna say you can expect to be built. We wanna build you up, let you know that you ain't the only one out there that's doing your thing. Whether you struggling and trying to make things happen, you're not the only one. And so we want to come together and the Bible say iron sharpens iron. So we want to come together and sharpen each other. Okay, I've come from a blended family, and if you're a father and you in a blended family, I might can help you and you might can help me, and so we won't know until we all get in the room and have fellowship together.
Okay. I love that. Before we get into some of those topics, because I think that's a very important thing that you just said when it comes to being a part of blended families and thinking you're out on this island by yourself. But if you get together with other men that are in blended families, you can see what's working for them. They could see what's working for you. And again, like you said, you can sharpen one another with some wisdom, with some things that you've experienced. But I want to give some specifics for this Father Son brunch. It is Saturday, June 15th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There is a registration fee of $5. There are 50 seats available. However, we are down to 14 tickets left. So you do not want to miss this. You might be thinking, oh, I got time to get my ticket. Don't be left out because
Don't be
once
left out.
gone, the tickets are gone. And you want to make sure that you're a part of what's happening at this Father Son brunch. All right. So, Minister Mark, tell me, as you were growing up, what are some things that you gleaned from your dad? You know, something he may have taught you, some funny experiences that you've had or had together, and that you remember and take those along with you as you're in your adulthood.
Well, it was probably a lot. I can go through a couple of them now. I mean, just like every son, they love hopefully they love their daddy. Okay, they love their dad. We used to vacation together, and when we vacation together, go out on that road. We used to drive to Arkansas all the time, just about every other year. Had a good time doing that. All the brothers and the dad, we always got to bond that way. And so, I had a lot of fun with my dad. He taught me a lot. Now he told me, whatever you do, when I was getting ready to start working, always at least save $10. Okay, if you can't do nothing else, save $10. Okay. Now I still didn't do it when I first started, but I learned my lesson along the way. It took me maybe 15 years to do it, but once I did it, I've been working for 33 years. So that that actually it was $50 though. He told me because I had to catch up. He
Mhm.
told me 10, so I put $50 away, and that $50 away all the way up until 15, 20 years helped me buy my house.
Wow.
And so that was some good information for me. And then I always go down where my dad was. He always was at a tavern, and he was a blues lover. And right to this day, I'm a blues lover because that's all I knew then. Okay, I'm a blues lover. Okay, and I still play it every Saturday. I used to go see my dad every Saturday, and he had the blues going, and I do that every Saturday. My dad passed now, but every Saturday I play the blues.
Oh, wow. So those are memories that you share with him and that you keep. I really want to know what that is causing us some challenges here. Deacon Boone, go ahead and
Yes,
share memories or thoughts.
I think that my father should have put a patent on road rage because I think that he invented road rage. Man, he would get so mad at people driving crazy, and he has some colorful language. So that was one of my memories that I have of him. But thank God that I did not inherit that from him. But but some other memories that I have of my father is he is a sports lover, and to this day he enjoys watching sports, and we have bonded over sports. I talked to him earlier this evening, and he was asking me when does the basketball championship start. So that's one thing that we bonded over, and I learned early on that my father wasn't no punk. It was one Father's Day really, and I didn't acknowledge that was Father's Day, and I said something slick. Next thing you know, he had swooped me up, and I was like, "Okay, Happy Father's Day."
You learned to always say Happy Father's Day, I'm sure.
That's right.
You didn't another Father's Day. Here's a quote that I found about dads. It says, "Dads are a son's first hero." What are your thoughts about that?
I think that that's accurate. Um, my father has always shown a strong work ethic, and that's something that I picked up from him. You know, he wasn't working on his regular job. He has always owned properties, and he always was tinkering on something, repairing something. He wouldn't pay nobody to work on his property. So, he did a little electrical work, carpentry work, plumbing, whatever needed to be done on the houses. He did a lot of that work on his own. And something that he told me was, he said, never be caught on your job not doing nothing. If you run out of work to do, just pick up a broom, do something. And he also said, never do nothing halfway, even though he has some colorful language to express that. But he said always do a good job. Always go the extra mile. So that's something that I picked up from him. Even though Pastor Burns taught us that, and the training that we had recently taught us that, but that was embedded in me first through my father, is always to go the extra mile, never just be satisfied with doing something halfway.
Okay. All right, Minister Mark, dads are a son's first hero.
Yes, I'm with Deacon. I really believe that too. I know for me, my dad was his work ethic too, and he always told me, "Don't never show up if you got to be there at 8 o'clock. Don't show up at 8 o'clock. Okay, if you show up at 8 o'clock, you're late. Okay." And so I always been there a half an hour to an hour early, always. And whatever I do, I try to be the earliest possible. Sometimes me and my wife, we might be feuding because she ain't on my timeline, okay? I'm like, come on, I got to be there. I got to be there. Now, since I've been married all these years, I learned to just pace the floor. I won't say nothing now. But she know.
You're ready to go. You're ready
Right,
to
that's right.
get there. Another quote I found: "A son never forgets his father's love and sacrifice."
Yeah.
Thoughts about that?
Yeah. My mother and my dad, they had a really good relationship. They got separated along the way, but they still had a good relationship. And I lived with my dad, and so yeah, he did a lot of sacrifice because I think it was me and my brothers. I got two of my brothers, and then my sister. we stayed with my dad, and he did a lot of sacrificing for all of us, and he was the breadwinner of the household. He had to, the rent and pay food and the clothes, all of us. So yeah, he did a good sacrifice.
Yeah, I was listening to, I think it was a video I saw, and it talked about the pressure, I'm going to use that word, that dads take on because they are the head of the household. And that pressure is one of the reasons why men need to come together so
Yeah,
that they can talk to one another, they can support one another, because the load can get heavy at times. When you're building your family, you've got to go to work, you may be in school, health issues may arise, you know, situations may come up that aren't as favorable as you desire. And so instead of being that island by yourself, you can come to events like the Father Son Brunch, where you can meet new people, you can connect, you can laugh, you can relax, you can just
yes,
enjoy one another's company, as well as get some wisdom, some understanding, some knowledge as to how you can keep going in life. And
yeah.
so, Deacon Boone, your thoughts on a son never forgets his father's love and sacrifice.
My father, he old school. He never was one to express love by saying I love you or nothing like that, but he showed his love by being a provider. We never went without. There was always food, clothes. Uh, we all went to private schools, so I'm sure that that was a sacrifice. So that was the way that he showed his love, was by always making sure that everything was taken care of financially. My mother never really had to work. I remember a couple of odd jobs that she had, but she was mostly um, the person that took care of the house mostly. So so my father made sure that everything was comfortable, where she didn't have to work, and that all of us was taken care of. And that's the way that he expressed his love for us.
Okay. So let's turn the table. You both are dads. When it comes to those type of quotes, what are some things that you believe you've instilled in your children as they've grown up, or some things that they may say, "Oh, I remember that about dad."
Now, for me, I will want them to do the right thing. I always try my best to do the right thing. I want them to do the right thing out there, whether it's easy to do the wrong thing, whether it's that, but still do the right thing. Now, I love music. I love festivals. I'm always doing something like that. Okay. Now I know now they done pick that up. And so when we doing something, me and my wife, so now we empty nesters. So now when we doing something, they want to go. They want to go with us. And now my
Mhm,
grandbabies, now they want to go with us, because
mhm,
I want, and then I wanted them to see the different things that's going on in the world. And
mhm,
so I hope they got that out of everything. Just do the right thing.
mhm. All
And
right.
definitely follow God. Now they might not be as tough as following God as I am, but they know.
Mhm,
I hear things that they saying. They know.
mhm. All
Yeah.
right. Good, good. Deacon.
Uh, I think that they will all say that I'm a man of integrity, that I'm not going to do anything that's
Right.
illegal, immoral, or anything
Right.
like that. And also that I'm about my business. They know that I'm going to pay my bills, that nothing's going to be turned off or repossessed or nothing like that under my watch. So that's something that I hope that they carry on, with themselves. That if whenever I'm not here anymore, that they'll be able to take care of themselves and their families.
All
Right.
right. And so tonight we're here just talking about dads and sons and children and relationship that they have. And why? Because we have an upcoming event. Let me put our flyer back up. It's the Jericho Transformers Ministry Hidden Father Figures, Father Son Brunch, Saturday, June 15th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is registration fee of $5. We are at 14 tickets being available right now. So you're listening and you want to get your tickets, we need to put that link in the comments. Let me see if I can pull it up. And then I'll put the link in the comments so that you can go ahead and get registered for that. You don't want to miss out. If you're sitting back thinking, oh, I got time. No, you don't. You want to go ahead and get those tickets tonight so that you can secure your seat. And you can bring your dad, you can bring your uncle, right? You can
That's
bring
right.
sons can register. You can bring your generations of father, son, grandfather, all of that. Just bring them out to this amazing event. The Women of Excellence will be sponsoring the brunch. And so it will be full spread for breakfast. I believe there's going to be some type of speaking. Help me with the flow of what's going to happen that day, Minister Mark.
Yeah. Our spiritual father, I'm hoping he ain't say yes yet, because now he's trying to do a sabbatical. So I'm trying to get him to come and rally the men to let them know that they're not out there by themselves. I might do something. I'm not sure yet. We still in the planning of that, but it's
Okay.
gonna come together. But you definitely don't want to miss it. You definitely don't want to miss it.
Yeah. I think that it's going to be a time.
Oh yes, yes. We still in the planning of what's gonna be going on, but you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I believe that it's going to be a great time for them to
Yes.
come together. There's another quote that I found. Let me pull down our flyer just for a minute. A father shows strength. A father shows strength that is not all about muscles. So showing your sons that strength is not all about muscles. Tell us your thoughts on that, Deacon.
Strength is not all about muscles.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty strong. I don't have any muscles, but I think I'm pretty strong though. But I think that a man could show his strength by having the last word and not using it. A lot of times there's conversations we have, whether it be with our spouses, our significant others, or even our children, where we could use words that would cut somebody like a knife, but we just hold our tongue, hold our peace, and don't feel like we always have to win. So that's one way that we show our strength, by not always having to feel like we have to have the last word.
Okay, awesome. Minister Mark.
Yeah, I like that too, Deacon. I have 2 daughters and 1 son, and I'm always telling my son, okay, with the arguing part, like Deacon was talking about now, I always tell him, when you talking to your wife, you can't just answer everything. You got to ask her, because I learned that in marriage retreat. Are you just venting, or do you want me to answer that? Or not only that, that you have to understand where she's coming from. You got to understand her viewpoint. So you don't always got to get your thing out there, like Deacon was saying. Sometimes just be quiet.
Yeah.
Some things don't mean a lot, okay? It really don't. I definitely learned that. Some of that stuff don't mean nothing. Okay, you want your way? Fine, I'm good. And I don't care. I got to a point where I just don't care. If it's gonna keep the house happy, I'm fine.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So strength is not all about that physical
Right.
or
No.
getting the last word. It could be shown through
paying
faith.
your bills. Okay, it could be shown paying your bills and doing what you're supposed to do at home.
Yeah, it can be shown in so many different ways, so that one doesn't have to just think about it's the physical. I can lift this much weight, or I can do this much. But as dads, you have an opportunity to show not only your sons, but your children different ways to be strong in their relationships, to be strong on their jobs, to be strong within themselves, to be strong as they're raising their children. So there are so many options for us to show, for you as men and dads to show your children how to be strong. And so if you're watching tonight and you have not liked or shared this tonight, go ahead, like it, share it, give it to somebody who's a dad who you might say, oh, you should go check that out. There's a Transformers Men's Ministry and they're having a father-son brunch. Why don't you go and be a part of that? Better yet, go ahead and purchase their tickets. I
Yeah.
purchased tickets for my husband and my two sons so that they can be a part of what's happening on that day. And so go ahead and treat your significant other or your son or your dad to this time, and just continue to pray that as they come and be a part, that it will be a life-changing experience for them. And
Yeah.
so as we begin, I guess we can go ahead and close out for tonight. But what are your final thoughts as you invite someone to be a part of what's happening on June 15th? What would be your final words to encourage one of the men to come and be a part, to bring their son or son to bring their dad? And it's hidden father figures, right? So
That's
it
right.
doesn't have to be a natural dad. It could be an uncle, it could be a friend of the family. So what would you say, Deacon, to invite someone to come out for this father-son brunch?
I would like for it to be a life-changing experience, not something that just a one-off that we would get together and have a meal and that's it. Last year we had the men's choir and that was all a good time and all of that. And then we went our separate ways and we didn't really grow from it. So this is something that I want us to get together where we are, exchanging phone numbers, where we are uh, scheduling a specific time every month where we're meeting and being able to talk some things out, to hash some things out, where people can get a new friend where they can bond with, and especially important to for those that may not be tight with their fathers or hidden father figures, that they can get a better relationship.
Okay, when you said that, it just sparked something for me. For those who don't have a relationship with their dad or not a good relationship with their dad, this is an opportunity to connect with other men,
Yeah.
to connect with someone else. I'm in this travel group and they do these write out these, I'm looking for a friend. So they'll say, I like to travel here, I like to do this, and I'm looking for someone who's compatible, a friend that's compatible. So this will be an opportunity for men to come together. Someone who may be out on an island by himself, now he can come amongst this group and he can find safety and he can find a place where he can, connect and he can feel comfortable in that place.
Mhm.
Minister Mark, uh, final words, inviting someone to come and be a part of the father-son brunch.
Somebody need to hear what you're going through or what
Mhm.
you've been through. Because what you've been through, somebody might be going through that right now and don't have nobody to talk to about that certain whatever they're going through. And Pastor always says that you need a model, a partner, a friend, and there's one more,
Mentor.
mentor. And all of that can be in the house. We not on an island by ourselves. Iron sharpens iron. We here to reach you. We here to build you. And we here to serve you. And that's what it's all about.
Well, we're
Awesome.
gonna get served that day.
What you say?
We're gonna get served that day.
That's right.
Yes, yes, we're going to serve you all on that day. One final Father's Day, Father-Son Brunch, Saturday, June 15th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will put the link in the comments, but I believe it's in the description. As you're looking at this video, you can click that link and it takes you right to the registration. And then once you fill out who you are, it'll take you right to Pay by Cash app so that you can secure your spot for the father-son brunch on, again, Saturday, June 15th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And so thank you both for coming on tonight to share information about the father-son brunch. I believe that those 14 seats are going to be taken ASAP, quickly, right away. And
Yeah.
so your goal will be met, and you will have this great opportunity to connect with some amazing men on that night. And so thank you again, you guys. I look forward to serving you with the Women of Excellence and making this Father Son Brunch an amazing time, and a time that the men who attend will never forget. So thank you again. You guys have an amazing night, and we will see you all soon.
Amen.
Bye.